Howdy, y'all. It's your best friend, Mixter Hyde, aka JV, from the In the Mix podcast. And you're listening to Is This Adulting?
Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, a weekly conversation between two best friends navigating adulthood as overgrown man-children. I'm best friend number one, Stephen Pappas.
In a world, there was a second best friend, and his name was
Chris. Hey everyone.
That's me using my own sound
pretty
effect to
good.
respond to Chris.
I thought that was pretty good, personally.
No, it was. I never should have shown you this app. I can do
know.
it too.
Oh, it's like I feel like that is the best sound effect for so many type of things. It's just like all right, let's really quick make up a bunch of scenarios where this would be the appropriate sound. Me or you first?
All right, go ahead.
Oh man, gosh, I feel like I got a pass gas, but we're in the library. I don't know what I should do. You know what? Fine, I'll go for it. Oh no.
See,
All right,
mine
your
were
turn.
more like positive scenarios where it's just like I'm at the grocery store and I got 2 bags of chips. I'm really excited about my chips, but I ring them up and it's 2 for 1.
What? That is not the. That's an exciting thing though. No, it should be something like, gosh, I've been waiting all day to eat some Oreos. I've had a really rough day. I go and pour a big glass of milk. Everything's good. I open up that Oreo box, and guess what? There's none left.
Or like if you're doing a podcast and you're trying to do a segment and all your listeners are listening and you find a sound that really encapsulates how they feel. Because I'm sure right now that they're just like, stop it. And there's one person out there going,
Wait. Wait. Hold on. We'll excuse that giggle for a second. That other sound effect was eerily. It wasn't so much of a scream as it was excitement, kind of.
was it? It's the sound the stormtrooper makes when it dies. Hey, I got another question for you that I've been asking Katie all week, and she falls for it like 9 times out of 10. Hey, what do you eat on Easter?
Ham.
That's what you eat on Easter.
Or wait, Steven. Will there be another Easter this year? See, now that's how it's done.
That works.
And scene.
All right, there we go.
We did it, everyone.
That app is called Hamhorn for any of you that would like it on iOS. We've been having way too much fun with it. Oh, God. Hello, new listeners. This is what you signed on for. Well, before we get into the rest of the show, we're going to do that fun, good housekeeping that I know everybody likes to do. First, we want to say thanks to JV from the In the Mix podcast for the audio drop at the beginning of the episode. No, Chris, it is not a podcast that revolves around the Usher movie In the Mix from 2006.
Wait, that wasn't.
I really thought you were going to go.
The appropriate
what if it
sound.
was? Like,
oh, that would have been so much better.
dang,
Steven, joke's on you. It's actually me. It's my podcast. Okay, I'll stop.
that would have gone much better. Instead, you just ruined it. Yeah, no. So if you would like to do an audio drop for the beginning of the episode, you can do that by just recording yourself on your phone and say, hey, this is your best friend and your name from wherever you live, and you're listening to Is This Adulting? And we will tack it on to the front of the show. We also, guys, we had a meetup this past weekend. If you didn't know from me announcing it for the last month, it sucked.
People
y'all.
came.
It was
No.
let me play with me. Have fun in my little universe.
I'm sorry.
Have fun in my little
It
universe.
was the worst thing. We went to Brakeman's Coffee, which is where it was located, and unfortunately, there was a released toxin that made everyone sick. Is that better?
Yeah, I realized I almost did the laugh. No, we had a meetup. It was great. We had Stacy, as we've been saying, show up. Stacy showed up and Sarah showed up, and my wife actually came, which is the closest to a podcast related thing she's done yet, and it was really exciting.
No, what are you talking about? She's been in like multiple of our videos.
Oh yeah, she was in the tasting video.
Yeah. All right. Keep talking.
I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, no, it was really fun. It was really awesome to actually meet people that we interact with in the Best Friends group all the time in person. And to have so many people from North Carolina like text me or message me like, sorry, we can't be there. And I'm like, it's okay. Like we're not upset. I mean, Chris is upset, but I'm not upset. I'm happy. I'm fine.
Yes, I'm very upset.
Chris was upset that
Dang
you
it,
weren't
I don't
there.
have the sound effect ready.
All of you. No, it's okay. No, it was great. Thanks so much for coming out to Sarah and Stacy. And hey, I'll throw Katie in there too. Thanks, Katie, for feeling like you are obligated by marriage to come to our meetup and hang out.
What about me? You didn't thank me.
Well, you are in fact obligated by podcast to be there.
Yeah, but like I drove there.
My favorite, like everything, by the way, is the summary of the meetup that was released on Facebook, and all of our secrets are out now because Stacy announced on Facebook the
Wait. Hold on. Wait, say again. All of our secrets are out now.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready for the action?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, all of our secrets are out now.
Did that make it better?
It did.
Okay. I feel like we are the only ones that like that joke.
Yeah, probably so. So here's things that Stacy learned at the meetup for those of y'all who are not in the Best Friends group or didn't know about this. The Chris on the podcast is very much who he is. He's just on all the time and full of energy.
Yeah.
He should do public speaking. Steven's wife is adorable. That is also true. Nothing about me being adorable.
Sorry.
Steven and Chris are basically kindred spirits and total besties for life. That's debatable. It's our new segment. That's debatable. No. Then there's the revealing of the fact that we are more R-rated in person. I would say that's true.
It definitely is for you.
It's definitely true for me. I hold my tongue a little bit here.
Like I said, I'm pretty consistent. Sometimes I'm a little bit more hyper, sometimes a little less.
And then I was like, Steven takes his podcast very seriously. I was like, is that a smack at me? No, and legitimately loves everyone in the group, which is also true. And also Steven rubs his body a lot, and they both love Taylor Swift.
You actually don't love Taylor Swift
I don't love Taylor Swift anymore. Taylor and I have had a falling out. But
we used to love
Taylor Swift. Hence the time that Stacy would like us to tell the audience about that maybe we'll do another time where we went to a Taylor Swift concert together. You and me. But do you want me to say it again about the time we went to the Taylor Swift concert?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm good.
Oh, I knew I could tell in your face like you were scrambling like I can't.
I know. I was like, no.
So yeah, meetup was really good. Thank you to Stacy and Sarah for coming out, and we're gonna do another one of those real soon. In fact, we're doing one with the Karen and Ellen Letters cast in Washington D.C. on Friday night, November the 10th, and so I think it's 6 p.m. at the All Souls Bar. In Washington, D.C. Definitely come check that out. Cast of 2 awesome shows. I called us awesome. See what I did there? And
yes, we all did.
Yeah, we all. I believe it. I take my podcast very seriously, Chris. And also, just as I've said before, live show tickets are available right now if you want to go check it out for our Washington, D.C. show, November 11th in D.C. Tickets are on sale now. They're $20. You get to see 3 shows, and we're excited about it. We actually planned it this weekend.
Tell them the other thing we found out this weekend about the pancakes.
Oh, it's called Podcast and Pancakes, so I'm assuming there's going to be pancakes there for everyone.
If not, that's going to be really deceptive.
Yeah, it's going to be a real weird name if not. But I'm really excited about it. And we found out what the other
What if
show
there's
is.
just like one guy named Pancakes that like he's the host?
He's the MC of the night.
What up, everybody? My name is Pancakes. Look, I don't like pancakes.
I don't
at
like
all.
pancakes at all. No, pancakes.
He will
is,
never make it again.
Pancakes
to the
is like
show.
a worse version of David S. Pumpkins. I do love David S. Pumpkins, but
What if Pancakes was always behind us?
oh my god!
Hey,
All right.
it's
well,
me, Pancakes.
If you're interested in going to the live show, you can find out more information about that on DC Podfest's website, which is dcpodfest.com. Okay, so that's a lot of housekeeping
pancakes.
that mostly took a while because of the movie horn. I won't put all the blame on you, but you were the only one that used the movie horn during housekeeping. So
That is true.
we're gonna now move on and start every week. Nope. Well, we do start every week. We're going to start every week right now, actually. We're going to start this week the same way we do every week with a mental health check-in. Chris, how have you been this week?
Well, I would say overall I've been pretty good. I found out a little bit more finally today from the doctor what's going on. And the good news is I don't have to have surgery. I don't have to have anything too intense probably. It's more of I'm just kind of deficient in some areas that they weren't kind of aware that I was in. So we're hoping that with that and some different changes in my diet and exercise that maybe we're going to just kind of see if anything gets better. So it was one of the things I was a little worried about that we talked about last week was nothing sucks more than you feel really bad. You go to the doctor and they say everything's great. Like that's just frustrating.
Right.
But I was really grateful for my doctor because I think that he's probably experienced that before, and he was pretty just comforting and saying, like, I know it's frustrating because it's not like the answer that you might have been looking for, but he tried to keep reassuring me that all the worst things that we were afraid that might be aren't the case, and he was just very encouraging, and that really kind of helped, and so yeah, so overall I would say that it's been pretty good, and I think this whole week is going to be pretty good, just because I'm going to be able to spend some time with some different friends, and I already have been able to spend time with friends and things like that, and overall, it's crazy amount of rain here, which seasonal wise, I mean, what is it? Isn't it called like seasonal depression or something like that?
Sad, yeah. Seasonal affective
Yeah.
depressive disorder.
Yeah, I mean, there's no lying. Like it can really be an effect on people, and I've been really feeling it today. I've been just really tired and just not quite as happy as I like to be. I mean, I was getting more excited as we were getting started, and so I started to feel a little bit more like myself. But overall, things have been pleasantly well. How about you, man?
I'm going to need everybody to clip off, somebody who's really good with audio and music maybe, clip off this next segment and just give it back to me at some point in a version that you think. I'm thinking of a theme song kind of revolving with a da-don-don-don. It's going to start with something like that. So everybody just come with me here. Here we go. So some audio tech out there, you send this back to me as a theme song. Okay, here we go. A don don don, come on down to negativity corner where Steven goes when he's sad. Dun dun.
Whee!
Okay, so
That was fun.
yeah, I know it's a fun little intro for a not very.
Well, I mean,
fun segment.
not necessarily fun what you're about to say, but that part was
Yeah,
fun.
I feel like I do need a theme song for Negativity Corner though, because Negativity Corner has returned. It is back. I appreciate, since we're doing a mental health check-in, I can tell you held your composure and did not use the movie
totally.
horn.
Yeah, I'm not
when I
going to use
said
the
that.
movie horn for this.
Not a good week. Not a good week at all. The anxiety. The anxiety seems to be fairly under control with the new meds adjustment, but yeah, the depression's not. It's not been a good week, man. It's just like I find myself like going to bed early and just like sleeping until like 11 a.m. and like not getting out of bed, like even if I'm awake, just like laying in bed, not turning the TV on, not doing anything, just laying there for hours on my phone and just like not having the motivation to get up and do anything, and like not running like I was. Like I ran for 5 minutes today and had an anxiety attack and had to quit. Like it's like running and health and stuff has come back to the forefront really prevalently in the last like week or so. It's been slowly building, but like my worry about my own health and stuff has like come back with a vengeance, even though I had kind of controlled it for a while. And I hesitate whether to, we're 100% open on the podcast. I keep having the same recurring dream, like at least twice a week. I'm having enough trouble sleeping, but I keep having the same recurring dream where I'm just in different scenarios and I watch my dad have a heart attack and die in front of me.
Jeez.
Over and over and over again. And it's messing with my brain. And so I think that has a lot to do with it. It's just some depression related stuff. I don't know. It's real weird. And I think the meds are working because I've been more upbeat and more active and just in a better place. I think anyone who listens to the show would tell you like I've been in a better zone. And you know that, from talking with me, but like, I don't know, the last week or so has been, surprisingly rough. And so I'm just hoping that will all pass shortly and I can kind of get out of my own head. I don't know what I'm going to have to do to make that happen, but I'm going to make it happen. So that's been your weekly dose of bad news, Steven. That's a character
Bad
I
news,
don't want to
Steven.
create.
Yeah. We'll just let him hang out with pancakes so they never came by. Or come
the
back
characters that are never revisited. They
Yeah.
Didn't make it out of the pile like Carl and Brody. They're over there with pancakes and Dave Letterman's beard.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Chloe never really had too much either. The ghost that I saw at Katie's school. I can recount that
That's
tale
true.
again if you want me to. I know how much you liked it.
No, I'd prefer if we did.
Okay, cool. Well, as always, if you have a mental health check-in you'd like to share or an idea of how we can encourage you throughout the week, email us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. Or you can send us something in the best friends group. I always say, hey, send us something through an email or things like that, and we will read it on the show just so that people know, like, hey, other people are struggling with similar things, and we will always be anonymous about it. And so just always tell us at the beginning of the email, like, hey, you can read this on the show, or hey, you can't, because if it's something you want to share, that's awesome. But if it's something you just want somebody to hear, like, we can keep it confidential and just read it ourselves as well. But we are not professionals. But you can do that and remain anonymous on the show. Like, we got an email and we have a mental health check-in this week from a listener.
Nice.
And that listener, because I am looking at a big old blanket of him behind me, we're going to call that listener Kylo Ren.
Nice.
Because, Star Wars is coming, guys, and I'm very excited. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and read the mental health check-in. And it says, anxiety has been kicking my butt this week, and I'm not sure why. But I forced myself to fight through it, even when I was laying in bed, feeling my legs turn to jelly at the thought of going outside. And to Kylo Ren, I would like to say, hey, I can relate to that this week. And back to the email. I managed to make it to a party my friend threw for National Coming Out Day and enjoyed it in spite of hiding in the shadows like a creeper the whole time. I'm asexual and was even able to drop some knowledge about my misunderstood orientation. I live in a part of the country where the LGBTQIAPD+ communities are very much maligned, so I'm especially glad when I'm able to go out to a gathering of my people. I'm not out of the woods as far as anxiety goes, but I've proven to myself that it doesn't have to stop me, damn it. It still does, because fighting your brain is exhausting. So be happy, stay healthy, and go hug someone with their permission, because you never know, they might just be 5 seconds away from hyperventilating. That again was from Kylo. We are not professionals. We don't usually really speak to the health check-ins at all. But yeah, thank you for sending that in. And that's just an example for other listeners. If you want to send in and share with the community how you've been this week, please go ahead and do that. And just let us know, we can read it and we will share it. All right, you want to get into topics?
Let's do it.
All right. It is time to talk about fall Again, we're talking about fall. Because here's the thing. Last week we played a game which I think we've discovered the name is going to be something along the lines of Swipe or No Swiping.
Yeah, I think that's what we decided.
I would like to give a shout out, and I know let me do it because I was pulling hard for this to be the title of the game. A shout out to Haley again. Here's your weekly shout out for giving me the idea to name the segment "It's Going Down, I'm Yelling Tinder," which made me really, really happy. But
yeah, I liked it too. I suggested it should be the lead-in song.
Yes,
like that's how we introduce it.
Except we'll get copyright strike.
No.
Oh, we'll just play everything of it. Like, it's going down, I'm yelling. And then I'll just speak over it. Tinder.
Tinder. It can't be the same time. Hold on, let's do it again. You sing and then I'll do the other one.
All right, it's going down, I'm yelling.
Tinder. It has to be the wrong key. It has to be a different cadence. All of the above.
Okay. Well, that's what we'll do. Maybe. That sounds like a lot of work. I'm not sure we'll do that, but
we'll try.
We talked about fall, and we were discussing, things
swipe
that
or more swiping. That's what it should be called.
Swipe or more swiping?
Yeah, because we're doing a lot of swiping. Swiping, no swiping sounds like we don't want to swipe.
So we were discussing fall.
We're processing this during the episode. I'm sorry, keep going.
So we were discussing fall, and we talked about a lot of things that happen in the fall, but we did not bring up one of my favorite things that happens in the fall, because why not? And I told Chris, hey, I want to talk about this. I watch a lot of television.
Me too.
As does Christopher. And fall is just the most wonderful time of the year, in my opinion, for television, because shows are returning from being off the air, and then shows are starting up, like new television shows are kind of booting up and getting going, and 99% of times they're failing, but sometimes they're good. Mm-hmm. And I just discover all these new shows in the fall and get to go back to my favorite shows that are on and have been on for years. And it's a really fun time of the year. So I thought that maybe this week, since we're still in the transitioning into fall phase and we are like right in the middle of fall premiere season, I thought now would be a good time to talk about fall TV, but not just fall TV, just our favorite shows. Because, like I said, one of my favorite parts of the fall TV like return is the return part of it. It's not just the new shows. It's like, it feels like an old friend coming back in some shows and like revisiting shows and picking back up where we left off and continuing. And so we're going to talk about our favorite shows that are on the air currently. At some point we will talk about shows that we love that have gone off the air. I think Chris and I could do an entire topic on Psych.
We could probably do an entire topic on most of the shows that we like.
Yes, I think there could be an entire topic on Psych, an entire topic on Friends, well, there kind of was at one point.
Yes.
An entire topic on, I don't know, Parks and Rec, and I could do an entire episode on Arrested Development, but if I'm not mistaken, you weren't super into that one.
No, I watched it.
But
I watched all of it.
All right, but we're going to talk about current shows. So I just figure we can kind of shoot back and forth. So why don't you give me a show that is new to you this year?
Not necessarily new, just new to me.
Yeah, let's go new to you. One that's but is still like currently on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you discovered Twin Peaks and it
I discovered this amazing show called Cheers.
No,
it's a place where everyone knows their names. I would say that a show that we really, me and my wife got into this. I can't remember. I think you're the one who suggested it to us.
I was.
Fresh Off the Boat, and we destroyed that series. I mean, like it took us no time to be caught up. And for those who don't know, there's a lot of things that I really, really like just about it. One, it is just such a heartfelt show. So it's a comedy that honestly everyone can watch. It's I think many different types of people can connect to it who are from different parts just of the world and in different places, and I really appreciate it. And the other thing I really like is one of the things that they did is, so you may have realized this for many of our listeners, and there may be many listeners as well who have just never really had to think about this before. But so me and Steven both were white cisgendered men, and because of that, like, it's not hard for us to watch a show and find someone that looks or resonates with a similar experience that we've had.
Right.
They're pretty much everywhere. And this is interesting because it's a very different show. It's a family based in the 90s that has moved into the Orlando area, and they're originally from Taiwan. And it's a really, really heartfelt story of just a family who is having to adjust to a different type of culture, a different type of environment. And I mean, there's no way around it. Like, I love it. It has quickly become one of my favorite shows and is just so easy to watch. Every character is hilarious in their own way. It both is able to have some really heartfelt moments, but also be really, really goofy in the same, like, small amount of time. And I cannot suggest it enough to y'all. Like, it's just, I absolutely love it. I mean, I know you
tackles things like racism and equal rights and women's rights and, like, all sorts of, like, stuff that need to be talked about,
yeah, but in a way that's really accessible,
right?
You know, for people who are at different places or they don't really know. Like, I think that's what I like about it, is it really provides, like, a human experience. It is not, it's not just another show trying to promote a specific thing. I mean, it is promoting certain things, but in a very just easy, accessible, and, like, just humanity-filled way. And I think that's what I really like about it.
Oh yeah, and its cast of characters is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
As I told you, like, the mother in that show,
yeah,
Jessica might be one of my favorite, like, new television characters that I've seen in years.
Totally.
She's hilarious. She is everything that the stereotype has always been. Because the thing is, a lot of the show is based on stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
And the show is based on a memoir by a man named Eddie Huang, who is kind of the lead, kind of not, of the show. Is the main son that they kind of focus on, especially in the first season, is Eddie, who's like this, 12-year-old, 13-year-old when they move?
Yeah, 12.
Going into middle school, and he's trying to fight every stereotype of his Asian culture that he doesn't like, and so he is all about 90s hip-hop and, like, really kind of shrugging off his culture at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
And so it's written from his perspective, or based on a memoir that was written by Eddie Huang, the actual Eddie Huang. And it's really cool. It's a really cool show, and she's hilarious the way she embraces that character. I heard an interview with Constance Wu, who plays her, and
the mom. Sorry, you jumped back to that.
Yes, sorry. Who plays the mom, and she's a wonderful human being. She's hilarious, and I love her character. They have the character of the grandma, who doesn't speak any English. Well, she understands English, but she never speaks in English.
Yeah.
And
she's hilarious.
She just says the most random, ridiculous things. My favorite moment from, I think it was the first season, it might be the second one, is she's holding a football and she's stroking the football like a pet. And she speaks in, they speak Mandarin to each other, don't they?
Yes.
She speaks in Mandarin, and the subtitles just say, "One day you will hatch into a glorious bird." Just...
Well, all right, so here's my favorite thing about it. Well, there's tons of different stuff and then we can move on to one of your favorites. But something that I think is really cool about it is I think that it does a better job than almost any other show I've seen of showing what healthy relationships can look like. And what I mean by that is, so one of the examples is, like, Eddie, the young guy's, like, love interest throughout. You quickly just kind of see between the relationship of him and his best friends to the relationship with him and his, later on in the series, his girlfriend. It is just amazing how healthy they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't hold things over each other for long. They communicate. They don't, if someone says something or they make a mistake, they're like, that's totally my fault. And the other person is accepting of it. It's a really, really beautiful thing. And I'm just sitting there thinking, man, I want to one day have kids and teach them through the lessons that these people are teaching. You know what I'm saying? Because it's such a really great way of just modeling a different behavior other than your normal Hollywood. Fall in love with them, everything's got to be perfect, or the person's did something dumb, so they deserve to be treated horribly, you know?
Right. And jumping off that, and then I swear we'll go into another show.
Yes.
Or we could just make this the fresh off the boat topic. No, it shows one of the most realistic marriages that I think I've seen on a television sitcom between the main father and mother character. It's a very realistic relationship that's not a fairy tale like romance type relationship, but you can tell like there's arguing and they come up with a lot of issues that come up in regular marriages, but the way they handle it and the way they go through it on the show, it really represents what I, at least in my few years of marriage, have found marriage to actually look like. And not this like constant like puppy dog eye, like 100% of the time rainbows and unicorns that you see on a lot of sitcoms between like the mother and father. Anyway.
Yep. All right. You tell me one that you really like. Right?
Okay. Well, you know where I'm going.
I know.
You know exactly where I'm going. America's Next Top Model. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, well, I'm not
60
kidding. It
minutes.
is fun to watch.
Have you ever heard of this amazing show?
It's amazing. 60 Minutes. No, one that is new to me. And by new to me, I mean literally last week I had never seen it. And my wife and I binged the first season and all of the second season that has been aired so far.
I've watched it all now.
Did you?
Yeah, I
Have
did.
you turned around on it?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, cool. So you see what I mean now. Okay.
Yep.
Is a show called The Good Place on NBC. And the show is made by Michael Schur, who was the showrunner and executive producer for Parks and Rec. Mm-hmm. And he is also the showrunner and executive producer for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is another show that I'm obsessed with. So I knew I would probably like it, but the commercials never really grabbed me. But it's on Netflix, and my wife decided, me and her we'll give it a try. And basically the premise of the show is Kristen Bell plays Eleanor Shellstrop, who is a woman who wakes up and is pulled into a room immediately by a man in a nice suit who sits her down at the desk and says, "You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead, and you're in the good place." And that's Ted Danson who plays that. And I think Ted Danson is really revitalizing his career as a comedian through this show, which I didn't think at first because I hated his character for the first few episodes. But they really did a lot with him that I wasn't expecting them to, and I like. But it is the most... okay, well, I guess the rest of the premise I should give. It's not just about a woman who died and went to heaven. She is in the good place. And
it's not heaven.
Right, it's not. It's the good place, literally. And there's a good place and a bad place. And one thing I like about it is, I said heaven because we grew up in a southern state that was very religious, and so my brain went to that. But they make very clear, one of the very first things ever said on the show is they're like, so who had it right? They're like, well, Buddhists and Hindus, Christians, Judaism, Islam, they all got it about 5% right. And then, but there was this one guy, Daniel something, I don't remember his name. They're like, he was very high one night, and someone asked him what he thought life after death was like, and he got 92% correct. There's like a framed picture of him in the office. But the whole premise is she gets there and she's not supposed to be there. So she is not the...
But no one knows that.
Right. No one realizes she is not the Eleanor Shellstrop that is supposed to be in her place. And so she meets her soulmate, and he starts training her in ethics. He was a philosophy professor, and starts training her in ethics and how to be a good person now that she's already died and gone to the good place.
But we can't say anything else now.
That's about all I can say.
But I will tell everyone this. So Steven told me like a couple days ago to start watching this, and he kept building it up. And so me and my wife watched the first 2 episodes, and I'll be honest with you, I hated it. I felt
I could
awkward.
tell.
Yeah, it felt awkward because I was like, dude, I don't like this at all. It's not funny. It's not enjoyable at all. And I kept watching, and I really turned around on it. Like, I really do enjoy it. It's I think the thing that's good about it is it's just like a really easy thing to be able to watch, you know?
Right. And they serialize themselves in a way that I've never seen a sitcom do it. It's every episode picks up immediately where the other one left off.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of plot in it that you don't get always in sitcoms, like a continuous plot.
Mm-hmm.
And the first episode, like I told you, ends with a twist that I don't know about you, I didn't see coming.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And once that happened, I was immediately just like all in for season 2. Like, all right, like show me what you're going to do now. And so, yeah, it's a great show. You should check it out. Yeah. So there's one for me. What about you?
I got another one. So, and this is one that me and my wife only started watching like 2 days ago.
Is this one we've already talked about?
No.
Oh, it's oh, okay.
Yeah, like I said, it's new. So it's on Fox, and it's called The Orville. Is
that good?
So we reluctantly watched it because we just had a very small amount of time, and we were just trying to find something. So one, it's 43 minutes long. It's a 43-minute long comedy.
Oh, wait, is it every episode?
Yeah, every
episode. I thought that was
episode's
just
an
for
hour.
the premiere.
No. I was surprised by that too.
Oh, wow.
So let me just explain a few things so everyone knows. One, it's starring Seth MacFarlane, which I've gone back and forth on. There have been times where I've been okay with him. Sometimes I'm just kind of like, whatever. Two, it's space-themed. It looks very much like Star Trek. I don't like Star Trek. So those were two pretty big checks against it.
Well, you know why it's like that, right?
What do you mean?
Why it's so much like Star Trek.
Why?
He went into CBS owns the rights to Star Trek, always has, for all the series, and he went into Star Trek when they announced they were making Star Trek Discovery, the new show. And Seth MacFarlane said, I've had an idea for a Star Trek show forever, and I'd love to do it. And he laid out his plan, a non-comedic version. And they said, absolutely not. We're not interested. You're the Family guy. Like, we don't want you running Star Trek. And so he went to Fox, and Fox said, can you do it and make it funny? And he said, yeah. And so they gave him the show. That's why it's so similar.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
And why it's on the same time.
Well, so knowing those two things, that I'm not the biggest fan of him usually, and I don't like Star Trek. I just like Star Wars. I've never liked Star Trek as much. I didn't expect to like this even slightly. And me and Kate have been shocked at how much we've loved the show. Like, it is funny. It's serious. It talks about real things. And, I mean, very similar to how I felt why I liked Fresh Off the Boat. It makes you feel a lot of different emotions. And I was very pleased by it. Like, I didn't expect to like it at all, and we've really grown to enjoy it. So if you're looking for something, I mean, let me be clear, so no one misunderstands this. I don't really like space-related things. Honestly, Star Wars is more the exception to the rule, and I don't even love Star Wars the way that other people love Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Steven is being very mean to me right now, and just directing a bunch of fingers in my direction, and by a bunch, one, over and over. I think you get what I'm saying. But that being said, so I really enjoy this, and Kate really enjoys this, and neither of us really like space-related things. It's just, it does a lot of really, really cool things, and it just has made me think in a way that I wasn't prepared to think, especially by Seth MacFarlane, the guy who created Family Guy. So that's just another one that I would really encourage you to watch, man, because I've loved it.
Have you seen, I'm just like throwing out shows now. Have you seen Ghosted yet? The one with Adam Scott and
Yes.
Craig.
Yes.
Oh, I almost said Henderson. That's not.
Craig Robertson.
There you go. Is it okay?
It's fine, but it also has on the edge. It's not actually scary for anyone who likes scary stuff, but for me, it's scary enough to where I don't want to watch it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I think we don't really want to turn this into an entire show about television shows.
That's true.
I will say the one new show that I've watched, and then I think if you want to, I've got some that I'll rattle off that I'm excited that are coming back and that I've been watching that are back. Just for if you're like, hey, what's Steven watch?
Okay.
But the one that I binged recently, and I mentioned it on the last episode, was Lore, which is on Amazon Prime. And everybody by this point, I think you know what Lore is. It's a podcast that tells spooky stories. And they took 6 of his episodes, which are basically the historical basis of hey, what's this story about? And they turn them into full 30 to 45 minute, and I think the longest one's an hour, episodes. And it's 6 episodes for the season. It's real fast binge. And if you like spooky, creepy, and you like historical facts, they're really interesting. There's one about lobotomies. There's one about werewolves. There's one about Robert the Doll, as we discussed, and people have continued to discuss in the Facebook group, and I'm terrified. Yeah, it's really interesting. There's one about changelings, and the first one is one of my favorite folklore tales, and it's the story of Mercy Brown, which, I won't get into the whole story here, but essentially Mercy Brown was the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh.
Yeah, it was this girl that died of tuberculosis, and the community believed that she walked the earth at night. And
I don't like this.
No, it's not. She didn't. It was this superstition, and the superstition got the better of the community, and they ended up digging up and exhuming her and her family's bodies. And because she hadn't decomposed, because it was so cold out, because it was in Massachusetts, and because she hadn't decomposed so quickly because she had been left in a shed for 3 months until the ground thawed, they said, oh, she clearly lives at night. And then they did all this terrible stuff and burned her body. It was a really sad case, but that whole fear that gripped that community is what Bram Stoker used as this idea for oh, what if that was something? And so he wrote Dracula.
Okay, I'm with you.
Based on that. Yeah, no, it's not it's not a creepy. It's just the whole point of the podcast lore and the show lore is sometimes real life is creepier than stories. And where the stories come from is really interesting. So that's a historical story, not a
gotcha
creepy ghost story. You don't need to worry. But yeah, lore is great. And I'll hit you with some just real fast, just rapid fire shows that I've been watching and am excited to watch. Mindhunter on Netflix for people who like true crime and serial killers. Good Lord, is that show good. Really excited The Walking Dead is back. Walking Dead is back. I know Chris is just nope, no thank you.
Nope.
But
Pass.
Walking Dead is back. Super pumped about it. You wouldn't be into this one either, but we are 3 days away from Stranger Things coming back when I record this.
I watched Stranger Things.
Did you like it?
Yeah, and I felt weird about it the whole time. It was right on that level of I could only watch it with other people, and even then, I had to take breaks.
Oh, I'm so excited. Stranger Things is back on Friday, which it will be the day after this releases, and I'm super pumped about that. And yeah, aside from that, that's basically all I've been watching. And of course, the new season of 90 Day Fiancé, which, Chris, you've given up on, and I'm really disappointed in you, and I think Lainey would be too.
I'm sorry. It's not that I've given up on it. It's just I've had other things on my mind.
Well, there's really important stuff to do, and that's watching 90 Day Fiancé.
I know. All right. Are you ready to keep going?
Yes.
Here we go. Hey everybody, it's me! It's been a while, but welcome back to your favorite game show. Steven, say it with me or I'm gonna scream. News
or false. Is that
Cut it!
Is that
What?
Pancake? Is Pancake the host of the show?
Oh my gosh, that is who it is this whole time. That's who it's been. All right. Welcome back to News or False, where I find strange things that have actually happened that are in the news. And Steven, I'm after reading just a quick summary of it. You have to tell me if it is true or if it's false. I'm adding some extra. I'm adding a little extra sound effect to it.
I know you are.
So, I've decided, because I can't switch back and forth. If you miss it, I'm just going to do sad trombone. And if you make it, then I'm just... Oh, yeah! There we go. That's a good idea. Okay, perfect. All right. So, Steven, are you ready for your first one to see if you can get it correct?
I am.
Steven, first question. Okay, a little bit too intense. I apologize. All right, let's keep going. Hey, Steven, you want to know what the latest fitness craze hitting the streets is? Well, look no further than goat yoga. Yoga is a popular craze, but even fun things can lose its gusto over time. Local teachers decided to spice it up a little bit by adding some baby goats to their weekly yoga classes. Steven, is it true or is it false?
I'm going to say you're trying to trick me, and that is false, but it is another animal of some kind. Oh.
It is goat yoga. Ah!
I expected it to be like you were trying to trick me, and it was animal yoga, but it was like puppy yoga.
Oh my god, that's even better. TM that. We're trademarking that right now. No one else heard that. We have to cut it off.
Trademark is This Adulting 2017.
Yep. Haha, we did it. If you try and steal our idea, we gonna sue you. All right, here we go.
We have a very particular set of skills. We haven't figured out what they are yet, but we have them.
Yes. All right, Steven, I'm texting you a link so you can click on this beautiful little link so you can watch the video of this interesting story that is just sweeping the nation. And it's literally multiple places. There's this thing called just goat yoga where they just take baby goats, and as you're doing a yoga class, they're just walking around, and sometimes they're hopping on your back. Sometimes they're just hanging out. They're trying to eat your clothes, and people just love it for some reason. I don't really understand why. Yep, Steven, he's got some interesting looks going on with his face right now.
Because there's a 30-second commercial before it, and it's so loud.
Oh, okay, never mind. Well, while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and just let everyone know, just so I don't know if we've done the best job recently of advertising it. So we've had so many people who ask us to include these links, include these images that we have in these games, and we're not always doing a great job of adding it into the show notes. And so now, if you go to our website, I'm going to be making sure that hopefully the day of, and if I don't, someone in the Best Friends group remind me. Oh, Steven, he's got a lovely face going on right now.
It's chewing on her bra strap.
Okay, you don't need to say that adorable
it's
sounding.
weird, but no, it's cute, kind of.
Okay. You're going to get a big sad trombone noise for that, because that was creepy, Steven.
No,
but,
it's chewing on their shirt. It's just chewing on their clothes. Now the hair? What are you doing, bud?
I know. And there's just a bunch of baby goats in a really small area.
Oh, and a big scary turkey. I'm Xing out of this.
Oh, I didn't see the big turkey.
Well, they're at the goat farm where they get the goats, and there was a big turkey. I don't like it.
The less exciting one, turkey yoga. But
God,
yeah, so
it's just running. I'm
going to try and include these links and things so you can go there yourself. You just go to our website, isthisadultingpod.com, and there's going to be in one of the tabs under episodes, I think it's show notes or something like that. And then so that way you can just kind of keep up with what's going on and see all the newest episodes and games, so you feel like you can follow along. Hopefully I'm going to have it out the day of, and if I don't, someone please tell me. All right, Steven, now it's time to go for the next one, though. So far you are 0 for 1. Let's see if you can change it up. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I call this one Pumpkin Spice, the deadliest spice of them all. A school in Baltimore was evacuated for what was thought to be a potentially dangerous substance, but it was not. It was just a pumpkin spice air freshener. Steven, is this true or is this false?
I don't know. I am going to say that is true. Yeah.
Yes, it's actually a really crazy story.
Yeah, that sounds really crazy. That's why I guessed it. That's
so
true.
It's in high school. Someone actually just thought that they had some type of weird smell. I'm gonna send this. Actually, there's no picture, so I'm gonna just try and read it for you.
It's just a picture of the smell lines coming off of something.
Yeah, let's see here. So, a high school in Baltimore had to be evacuated yesterday. Not yesterday, but pretty recently, like within the last week or two, because of a suspicious odor coming from the third floor. Fire engines and ambulances showed up. 2 students and 3 teachers were taken to the hospital as a precaution. And what you might ask for was a dangerous material that could have led to such an action. Turns out the suspicious substance was pumpkin spice air freshener.
Oh, no. Okay. It was.
School officials didn't go into details on what happened, and really, can you blame them?
How?
I mean, I don't even know. My thought was just like, oh, what's that smell? And someone just being like, oh, the science lab's up there. Wait a second. Don't they say sweet smells are supposed to be toxic gas? And everyone just panicked.
I guess.
But yeah, it's just, that actually happened. So you are now you have 1 for 2. Let's see if you're going to win or lose to end this up.
All right.
Seriously, I was so shocked by that. They have to be so embarrassed. That was so much money that was wasted by this. But, all right, here we go.
Taken to the hospital. That's the.
I know. That's the part that is crazy. All right, here we go. This last one I call cloudy with a chance of fish sticks.
Oh, God.
The weather forecast for the coastal city of Tampico, Mexico, may have called for light rain. Instead, it got light rain with a side of fish. Steven, is this true or is this false?
Wait, I need more details. What do you mean light rain with a side of fish? Like it started raining fish? Like actual fish or fish sticks?
That's what it's saying.
You did say fish sticks.
Oh, sorry. That was a joke. It's actually fish.
Okay. I'm going to say that that's true, too.
Well done. Now I got to send this to you. So, yes, that actually happened. And apparently, it's a thing that can happen from time to time, believe it or not. I'm going to send this to you so you can look at it. So, yes, fish fell from the sky in this northeastern Mexican city. And that's just a very, very long description of where they are. So, it was during a light rain, and apparently, they posted some pictures of 4 small fish that dropped to the ground from the rain shower. But apparently, this is somewhat common, and that is because small aquatic animals from time to time can get sucked up from an ocean or a lake by a water spout during a storm. And then, yes, it's true, fish can fall from the sky afterwards. So that happened, believe it or not. He's got a really nasty look going on right now.
I'm watching a video someone took on their cell phone of fish falling from the sky.
It's crazy, right?
What?
Yeah.
It's like Sharknado.
But just with real small fish.
Fishnado.
Kind of. Minnonado. Tormino? No, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Small fishnado.
But
Ralph
small
Nado.
fish NATO.
Oh, now we're just going down.
Yeah, well, Steven, with that, you have won this round of Steven, say it with me.
News.
True. News or false. I'm sorry, I kind of messed up there.
Pancakes had some trouble.
Yeah, but so that's a fun little thing, wasn't it? Wasn't that crazy?
I'm still disturbed by what I saw.
Which one?
Not the goats. The goats were very cute.
I thought you were talking about
the turkey. The turkey was probably more disturbing than the fish falling from the sky.
That is true. Well, congratulations for winning. I know you're proud.
I'm always proud
and remember, everyone, I'm gonna put those links up in our show notes so that you can follow along and kind of see some of the videos for yourself.
Look for this turkey, y'all. It's there.
What if it rained turkeys?
I would probably die.
It's raining hens. I know that's not the same thing, but that's the closest I could do to make it sound that way. Just keep going. Not even acknowledge it. Fine. Is it my turn? Stop this. I don't like it. Stop. He's being quiet. What do I do? Say, I'm panicking.
Yeah, it's not so fun being on your own, is it?
That's true. Wait, I don't know why you're saying that, but okay.
I don't know either.
All right, is it my topic?
Yeah, this has been a weird episode. Hey, new listeners.
All right, everyone. So it's time for my topic, and it's related.
Yay!
What?
I'm excited about your topic.
Oh, okay. It's about me, actually. And that's because we're recording on a Monday night. This is going to come out on a Thursday. Thursday, the 26th? Is that right?
This will be out on Thursday.
Well, the 24th of October.
October 2017.
Yeah, so 2 days before this, or tomorrow from the day we're recording, it's actually going to be my birthday. And so, oh gosh, what are you about to do? What? What? Can you stop playing that horrific music? To dear one? That sounds like a bunch of pixies. They're about to seduce me into sleep, and then I'm going to be murdered by them.
There's another 45 seconds of this. There's a second verse, apparently.
No, I don't care about
From
that.
good friends and true, from old friends and new, may good luck go with you.
Okay, well, we're going to burn that audio
happiness
recording.
too.
Thank you for the kind wishes, but never play that horrible mistake to humanity again. If any of our listeners recorded that, I apologize, but I mean, that's kind of on you. Oh my God, what are you doing now?
I'm just playing something a little less.
Apparently now we've gone to the Little House on the Prairie.
Actually, those were the Minions.
The Minions? Oh, I didn't hear that last part.
Yeah,
well,
I
yes,
cut them
everyone.
off before the Minions started singing.
Yes, believe it or not, in a world 28 years ago,
Oh, I was going to say 30.
I came out of my mama. That was gross. Sorry,
I'm so glad that you left it where you left it, though.
that was gross. All right, so this is the reason why I wanted to talk about this. So birthdays are very interesting things to me, and I just want to talk with you about them because I've gone through a lot of just emotional confusion over the last couple of years when it comes to birthdays. Because when I was younger, I loved my birthday. And for not just the reasons of, you get gifts and everything. I mean, I've always been a loud, obnoxious person, but I really, really craved attention back then. And because of that, birthday it's your time to shine. And so there's the birthday, and then there's birthday weeks, and there's like birthday months some people like celebrate. I mean, maybe not like completely, but at least they kind of get really excited. And I used to always be one of those people that would say over and over, like, hey, guess what? It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. And that's not bad. I mean, that's fine. If that's a person that you are, then that's great. I mean, I used to be that way. But then I made like a hard change. And then I almost got like shy and not embarrassed about it, but just I didn't know what to do with it. And so I kind of went the other direction. And that's kind of how I've been now is, I mean, I kind of mention it, but I also kind of don't make it a big deal at all. And so I'm just kind of curious for you in general about birthdays. I want to kind of talk about birthdays, when we were younger, and then it's just really different when you're an adult. It's just very, very different. So, Stephen, what's your initial thoughts of some of the things I've kind of said?
I think you're lying to the audience when you say you're only 28. He's definitely 33 this year, guys.
Oh, okay. We're very lucky that I happen to be knowing how old I am, because this is one of the first years that I remember what age I am. I've been saying the incorrect age now for many, many years, but I think because I'm getting to the point where now I'm aware that 30 is nearby, I'm starting to pay attention to that.
30's coming. Yeah. So as far as birthdays go, let me tell you a story.
Oh my God, how many sound effects are we going to do today?
About a young man named Steven. He's 27 years old.
Okay.
But let's flash back a little bit. Let's flash back to age 5.
Age 5.
Everybody's having their sweet, lovely Power Rangers birthday parties.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Steven do for his birthday?
What?
He doesn't have a Power Rangers birthday party. That's for damn sure.
Why?
Because the 27-year-old man that sits before you has never had a birthday party in his entire life.
Wait. Whoa. Hold on. You gotta say that one more time.
The 27-year-old man that sits in front of you has never had a birthday party in his entire life.
Please explain that to me. What?
Yeah, never had a birthday party.
And now, as I'm saying that, I think I know why.
Yeah, you knew this about me.
Well, I knew that your birthday was right near Christmas, but I didn't realize you never had a birthday party.
Well, okay, here's the thing. It was apparently not for lack of my parents trying, but apparently I just didn't really want one as a kid. And if I did,
Wow, we were
I was
very
just,
different.
Yeah, I don't know. I was always kind of like, my birthday's been a weird thing to me for a long time. And so my birthday is 6 days before Christmas, December 19th. And so
On the 6th day of Christmas, Steven gets nothing.
So I always get multiple gifts, or one big gift that is just for both, and it's usually not bigger, depending on where they're coming from. And as a kid, that sucks. Like as an adult, I don't care about gifts really.
Yeah.
Like, and I know people say that, and it sounds like, oh well, I don't really care about gifts anymore. But like it sounds like I'm trying to be like holier than thou.
Just so everyone knows, apparently when you become an adult in the South, you at a certain age you change to a British accent.
Yes, you do.
I don't want a gift anymore. Not me.
I want a new Oompa now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. As a kid, that was always weird. And then I never had a birthday party. And my parents would like celebrate it with me. But like the equivalent of a birthday party I had was we would order like a pizza from a local pizza place up the road, like a couple pizzas. And my parents would take me and Adam and Daniel, my two best friends growing up, and we'd go to Blockbuster and we'd rent like 5 movies that maybe we were a little too young to watch, but it was my birthday, so they'd let us watch it or whatever, like usually horror movies. And we would go home and watch them and stay up all night and drink obscene amounts of Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew and eat pizza. Like, and so I guess if you count that, that's a birthday. But I've never had like an actual birthday party where people are like invited for me to this like big gathering. And the closest thing was I was 18 and I was really into church when I was 18, and there was a lock-in at my church over my birthday weekend, and they all jumped out and yelled surprise and made it look like it was for my birthday, but that definitely, I mean, was happening anyway.
Yeah.
Now my parents did get involved and come, and like there was cake and everything, so like I guess
that's nice.
Sort of there, but I never had a birthday party growing up, and I've never had a party since I've been an adult for it. And a big part of that is because I hate surprises. Mm-hmm. Like you know that about me. I despise surprises. Like when people think they're being really cool and coy and surprising me with something, like no, not down for that. Like I don't know. I like being in the know. And so like my wife, I've told her like, because she says every year like we're gonna throw you a birthday party, and I'm like okay. And we never do, but I always tell her just my one rule is like, don't make it a surprise party. Like if you want to put something together for me, like I don't like being the center of attention. So like I'll probably be a little uncomfortable, but if you want to put something together for me, like that's very sweet. And I will go and smile because my friends and family are being supportive and wonderful. But at the same time, just don't make it a surprise party. Like that's my number one rule.
All right, I have to tell you a story that I'm not sure if I've told you or not.
Okay.
It's about my surprise party.
Okay.
Have I ever told you this story?
I don't think so. Maybe.
So, when I was 13, or about to turn 13, so I had one of my really, really good friends had a birthday 2 days before me. And so, she was having like this big party, and it was... it was just going to be a big thing because, it's her, like, 13. It's the big 1-3, so to speak. And so she was having this big party, and I know everyone was going, and it was on a Saturday night. And mine was, like, 2 days later, so it was, like, a Monday night, and so it wasn't really, it just was on the weekend. And all my friends were going to be at this party, and so, for me, it was, like, it was fine. I was really excited. I wanted to celebrate her party, and it was a really cool thing. So apparently that they had been building this thing where it was actually a party for both of us. But it was a surprise for me. And the reason why, if anyone's wondering, is because my dad is actually, he's been like a DJ for, weddings and different events for a long time. And so they had asked if, they wanted to dance for her, and they were asked if he could do it. And then they actually had this idea, wait, no, that's dumb. Why don't we do a joint birthday party? And then somehow it just kind of became a thing where it was a surprise for me. I think it was like her idea that she wanted to surprise me, which was very nice. So I had no idea. So long story is, we're walking in, we're walking into the event, and I see this poster, and it says "Happy Birthday." I'll honor my friend's name by not saying, since I have not told her, I haven't asked if I could talk about her
Reggie.
experience. Reggie is her name. So it's like "Happy Birthday, Reggie," and it says "and Chris," and even then I still had no idea. And I was walking in, and actually was with my friend Hayden, and I kind of looked, and I was being such like. You know how sometimes when you're that age, you can either be a complete jerk or you can be super sweet? You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. There's that age where you still have certain aspects of yourself that can be just
Which one
so
were
sweet.
you?
I was being really sweet.
Oh, okay.
And so I saw and read that it had my name, and I was like, oh my gosh, they put my name on there. They didn't have to do that. What a sweet thing. I think that's literally what I did. And so my friend Hayden is losing it because I'm just completely clueless at this point. And then so all of a sudden, the two double doors just slowly open. I'm not joking. And it was completely dark in there. And then all I saw was one of our random friends' mothers, and she's just standing there by herself, about 25 feet away from me. And she just slowly points her arm up and says, "He's here." And I panicked because I don't like scary things, and by that point, it had gotten kind of scary. Also, no joke, there was smoke in the room. The reason why there was smoke in the room is because I didn't know that my dad was on the other side with a bunch of our friends, and he has a smoke machine because he was a DJ. So it was just a very unfortunate combination of things. And so immediately, as she says that, a bunch of people turn the corner, yell surprise, and start running. I panic, throw my clothes because I was going to be changing there, and just run straight out the door. And end up being a good night, but luckily I didn't poop my pants, because how horrible would that have been if it was a partial surprise for me, and then the real surprise was for everyone else when I accidentally shit myself. That would have been so sad. Oh my gosh, that would be such a
what could have been.
Oh gosh, everyone would have. I'm so glad that happened, because everyone for the rest of my life would have thought as the kid that crapped himself in the middle of his birthday party. So, yeah. But, okay. So, anyway, let's get back to you don't like surprises. I don't like surprises for a different reason, because I hate keeping secrets. And so I don't want to be a part of knowing the surprise. I'd rather just not know until the last second. But how about more broadly, do you feel uncomfortable about the idea of celebrating yourself? Like, it's interesting because it's a combination of, I get why we celebrate it, because, the people that care about you most want to say, we're excited that you've been here for another year and we want to continue to be here for longer. So I get that idea, but it also feels strange sometimes because I almost feel awkward, like I'm being treated somewhat like I've gotten an accomplishment, but I've literally done nothing but just existed for a little longer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes complete sense.
And so that's why it's just strange, and I don't know how to bring it up. And tomorrow, especially when you're adult and it's during the week, you tend to usually have to work. And so I'm going to have a couple meetings tomorrow, and it both feels awkward to say anything because nothing has changed, but at the same time, do you not say anything either? I mean, it's not like you go walking around in every single conversation you purposely are saying, "Hey, guess what? It's my birthday." But if they're kind of, I need help. Give me some social advice for tomorrow, because I would rather just say nothing. But what happens if I go the entire meeting and then no one, one person finds out or says, "Yeah, it's Chris's birthday," and everyone gets upset with you, like, "Why didn't you tell us it's your birthday?"
I don't know that I can give you advice. In the words of Chandler Bing, I'm not so great in the advice department. Can I offer you a sarcastic comment?
Please.
No, when I first got out of college and I got my first quote unquote big boy job, it was in a small-ish office. There were about 10 of us or 12 of us working in this office, and my birthday rolled around. And I was in the office and I was working, and all of a sudden, like when I got to work that morning, or not when I got to work that morning, went to my office, worked for a while, and they asked me to like come up there around lunchtime to the main office, and we usually would like go get lunch or something or whatever. Somebody would run and get something for everybody, you know, that sort of thing. And when I got up there, there were balloons and a cake and like all sorts of things, and I did not tell them it was my birthday. Actually, my then girlfriend, actually not even fiance yet, had emailed one of my work friends and told them, hey, I know Steven, he's not going to tell anybody it's his birthday tomorrow, but it's his birthday tomorrow. I just wanted somebody to say happy birthday to him, like just at work.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I think she knew I was kind of struggling to feel accepted at work.
Sure.
Which ended up not being the case at that work. I made a lot of good friends there that I keep up with to this day. But I'm the type that doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee that, like in the best friends group, when people, it's their birthday, I try to keep on top of it if I get a notification or if I see it and I go, oh, and I try to post in the group so everybody can pile on like a, hey, happy birthday, like to the people in the group. But like when my birthday rolls around, I'm kind of hoping like nobody notices. And like I'm not going to mention it because I'm just the type of person that's like, I mean, it's the holidays, people have more important things to do than celebrate me. Plus I do feel weird like bringing up like, oh, I existed for another year and I didn't do anything to deserve celebration. Like, you know, I'm weird about birthdays. I feel like I'm like, some people love birthdays.
Yeah.
And Katie and I both like are very similar in the fact that like we don't really care. Like, it's nice. Like, it's always very nice on your birthday. You open up and you see a million people who have said happy birthday to you on Facebook, some by obligation because they saw it and they felt like they needed to.
Yeah, yeah.
But some people who genuinely do, you get a few calls or text messages. Like I don't know. I never really celebrated too much. And to be 110% completely real with you, like this year's going to be weird.
Yeah.
Because I think I talked to you about that. Because I was like, this is going to be the first year where like I don't get a call from my dad for my birthday. And so like that's going to be a little weird. So like, I don't know. Birthdays are just an odd thing to me. So I feel like I can't offer you like social advice because my solution is to keep my mouth shut and not say a word.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think part of the celebration that I think this is how I'm able to think about it. I try and, instead of thinking about it being my birthday, I try and think about when it's people that I care about, their birthday, and the feelings that I want to make sure that I can help make them feel, you know, that they're cared, that I'm very grateful that they're in my life, just in some type of small way. That I can get down with. And so the idea of it being like some type of a small occasion where you're just able to be around some people that you really care about, and they just want to especially make sure that you have one day where you feel extra good, that you get to go to the place that you want to go, that you get to do the thing that you want to do. Like that I can get down with, and that I really do enjoy. But I also think, I mean, I'd be fine with having like a birthday party now, but for me it makes more sense that like the big holiday or the big birthdays, that's when you start celebrating. You know what I'm saying? Right. That makes sense to me. But so it'll be interesting. It's been weird. I haven't even really thought at all about my birthday for the most part.
Mainly it's tomorrow.
I know. Well, because I've just been thinking so much about me not feeling well, and I was going to the doctor to find out what was wrong with me, and it could be good news or it could be something really bad. And that was the day before my birthday, aka today. And so because of that, it's almost like that has been kind of looming instead. So it's kind of been strange, but yeah, I'm just gonna try and do the best I can to enjoy tomorrow, and I think it's nice that there are people in my life that want to just express gratitude that I'm around, and for that I'll just try and keep it what it is, and awkwardly deal with any conversations that come up where you're randomly talking to someone who doesn't know you very well, and they go, "Oh, what are you doing tonight?" And then you have to, "It's my birthday," or you just panic and go, "Nothing." Just one of those two. So yeah, I just I didn't want to talk about it.
My response was always like, "Oh, we're going out to dinner."
Yeah,
then they're just like, "Oh, what's the occasion?"
I know, and then they start asking you 1,000
birthday.
questions.
Yeah, I was always real weird. And I need all the listeners to know I was lying about every single thing I said. And I love my birthday so much, and it's the most special day of the year for all of humanity. And I expect that P.O. box to be just overflowing with gifts on October 24th, which is totally my birthday.
Stop. Also, they can't do that. They can't. There's not enough time.
They won't hear it until after your birthday? Dang it.
Yeah. Plus, the normal standard shipping rate takes at least 2 to 3 days.
Oh, they got to pay for that premium.
You're paying for ultra premium. You're gonna go back in
time. Gotta go back in time.
Wait. Hold on 1 second, Steven.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna do here.
They've got to go back in time. No?
No, I love it. I do love it. I'm very scared that the movie horn has now become just like part of the podcast that we can never get away from.
Know what else we can't get away from? This other strange one that you played earlier. These other ones make sense, but this one doesn't, and it's called Uncle Nick. Uncle Nick?
What Uncle Nick sounds like?
What little sexy secret do you have?
He sounds like a jovial coal miner.
He's being tickled. Oh my gosh, he's tickling Uncle Nick. All right, we'll stop.
Tickling Uncle Nick sounds like a euphemism. Anyway, if you have... If you have an idea for a topic of discussion or a mental health check-in you'd like to share, or you just have anything else on your mind, again, we're not professionals, but you can send that to us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com.
Oh, man. You can also follow us over on Twitter at isthis_adulting. You can find us on Facebook, on our page, or if you want to be a part of our Facebook community, it's called the Is This Adulting Best Friends. It's a really, really popular within our our group, a place to be able to come together, share what's going on, that's good, that's bad, that they're what you're struggling with. It's just a really fun place to be all the way around, and it's a really helpful place to feel that type of sport that we were just talking about. So you can do that, and finally, if you can continue just to spread the word by subscribing and giving us a rating or a review on wherever it is that you get your podcast.
We are a port of the... Oh, man, I'm falling apart. I got thrown off.
I know.
By
I'm
just
sorry.
that awkward silence.
I'm sorry.
We are a part of the Orbital Jigsaw Podcast Network, so you can find our show as well as others at orbitaljigsaw.com. Shows like Super Nerds UK, a cavalcade of pop culture mayhem packed with lots of laughs and some great features. We are almost entirely listener-supported, so if you like what you hear, please consider clicking the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com. We have tons of cool rewards, exclusive content. I'll color you pictures. We'll film videos for you. And if you really just want to show us how much you support just the mayhem that you have heard here today, you can do that on Patreon for a monthly amount. We'd like to thank the collection for the use of our theme music, The Borrowers, off their album Ars Moriendi. And that's going to do it for us here on Is This Adulting this week. I've been your best friend, Steven.
And I've been your best friend, Chris.
And remember, kids, be happy, stay healthy, and God, I know what's coming. Go hug someone.
Because you never know. They may have years ago escaped the womb. Is that an intense way to talk about birthdays?
Yes, escaped the womb. Escape the... It sounds like the grossest escape room I've ever heard.
It's time to get out of here. We can't stay any longer. 9 months of hell. 1 shining glory.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, have a good week.
Bye.